Don't help me flow, let it go. 2025, baby, it's all about the know. I've been working, I've been building on my peace, clearing out the noise, yeah, my glow's unleashed. Every step intentional, every move divine.
Hello, everybody. It's Tanya Ford with Blended Voices. How y'all doing today? Hope you're having a great day. It's Thursday. The weekend is here, so welcome to Blended Voices. Like I said, a place where we want a community to come, where we can talk about different issues, different topics, and a safe space where you can come and not be judged. And we want to love on each other and none of the negativity and stuff like that. I will kick you out. I just don't have the patience for any of that. It's enough negativity in the world. So here, I want you to be safe in this space. All right. So let me tell you guys, I'll be usually probably a little bit more upbeat and everything, but I had something happen this weekend and I really needed to come over here and talk about it because it's so important. All right. And so today's topic, we're going to talk about body awareness and paying attention to signs if you have different things happen to your body. You guys that follow me know I have health issues already. I have cervical neuropathy, herniated disc. I got issues from a car accident from 12, 15 years ago. So I am so in tune with if something else is out of place if something doesn't feel right, I'm really paying attention to all of that type of stuff. It could be because I was in the medical field or I'm just, I don't know, paranoid and I want stuff stopped before it can get bad. So let me tell you, Tuesday, I had a headache. Now, I usually have the headaches because I see 4, 5, and 6 discs is the problem. And I have what this thing's called occipital. You got the neuropathy, you got the occipital too, because the headache always comes over side of my head up to my eye here. And so I know I try to never let it get that far before I go have my radio frequency ablations. That's when they go in and they burn the nerves. And those can last for up to a year or so. And I've been having these since 2015. So I'm very well aware if something ain't right, if something's not feeling good or whatever, I know I need to, hey, we need to go ahead and do this sooner than later. But this was a different type of pain because then it was localized. It was in one area in front of my head. On top of, I felt nauseous and I just had cataract surgery, I told y'all, and it's like, why is my vision blurry? So now I'm thinking, and this is what we don't want to do is self-diagnose people. Please, people, stop self-diagnosis. Don't do that. Doctors go to school for all them years for a reason. Don't think of, I got this issue. Oh, so I'm okay. I can just go get some, as Chris Rock used to say, some tussin. Everything his father, no matter he had a broken leg, a cold or whatever, some Robitussin, which they call tussin, that cured everything. We can't do that. So I said, I called the doctor. Here are my symptoms. I'm paying close attention to them. And so I went to the hospital. When I called her, I went to the hospital on Tuesday. And what was it, Tuesday? I forget already. Just a couple of days ago, I was at the hospital. And of course, they're going to come in and they're going to do the CAT scan, they do blood work and everything like that. And hospital, don't get me started on hospitals and the treatment that they got going on right now. But so I went to the hospital. They got CAT scan, really don't tell if there's any bleeding because I'm thinking I got an aneurysm. That's what I'm thinking. I'm looking at, wait a minute, it's localized sudden pain. Now that was sudden, it comes on just out of nowhere. And it's like a pain that I never had before. And then I'm nauseous with it. And then I'm thinking, oh, wait a minute, I just had CAT, why am I blurry in that eye? So I'm thinking, I know that's aneurysm because of my background, but I'm not going to self-diagnose. I need to call the doctor. The doctor said, go to the emergency room. That's what I did. So some people will have some issues or whatever, and they'll get on the internet. They'll be like, oh, this I found and that I found. Oh, this is what I have. And they think some general cure they can go ahead and do. I don't know, whatever it is, some remedy your mom used to have. Remember the hot toddies and all that kind of stuff? They go in and, oh, that's going to be okay. You can't do that. You got to go to the hospital because what happens is the risk of self-diagnosis is you're not a doctor. Well, some people, if you are a doctor, I'm not talking about y'all, but if you're not a doctor, don't be listening, reading. You can read up on stuff, but don't self-diagnose and say, well, I'm not going to go see some professional. I see the doctor. I need to see somebody to make sure that what's going on within your body is nothing serious. Because here's what happens. We wait till the last minute. You've had red flags everywhere. You had headaches, you had nausea, you're vomiting, your numbness, whatever the issue is. You've had these issues for so long because you just, oh, that's just, I know I work on the computer all day and my hands, that could be carpal tunnel. You're self-diagnosed, you don't know. So you don't, when you have a pain or something and it lasts longer than something where you can take, because usually I take a leave, usually will help knock out pain for me. I don't like taking the pain pills. And this time it did not happen. Whatever that was, laughed at that Aleve, right? That's not happening. So you don't want to say, well, I'm just going to take this, and then if the pain goes away, that's one thing. Maybe it could be allergy, maybe it could be something like that. But if the pain is still there, you need to go get checked out. Don't start looking on the internet and all that kind of stuff and trying to figure out what your problem is. And then you go to the doctor. There, people have done this. They'll go to the doctor and tell the doctor, oh, well, I need this test and I need this and that because I looked it up on the internet. All right, then. I guess I don't need to be here. The doctor's probably be like, let me go ahead and go back to the next patient because you've already figured out what you have and everything. So let me tell you guys, am I feeling well right now? No, I'm not feeling good at all right now. It wasn't an aneurysm, thank God, but I still have to go have some more tests done tomorrow. And people say, well, you don't look like you feel bad. Y'all should know me by now. My mom always said, just because you feel bad don't mean you have to look bad. But I said I was going to do this podcast today because it's so important, you guys. It is so important. Don't wait till it's too late to go to the doctor and then they can't do nothing about it. You've had signs left and right that something is wrong and you didn't go get it checked out. Get your yearly annual checkups, your mammogram, so your pap smears, guys, your prostate. And please, guys, listen, y'all got to stop this. All right. Grown men gonna make sure their body, all right. I don't like hearing the look, did you go? Did you have your prostate? When you get a certain age, I don't know what age it is that right now where men have to have it. It's 50. It might be younger, 40. I don't know. But go do that. But what do you hear from some men? I don't want nobody digging up my butt. I don't want that to happen. You know what? That's the most ridiculous thing you can say. Be a grown up. Go to the doctor, get yourself checked out because they could catch stuff. The sooner you go, if it is something wrong, the earlier they catch it, the better odds you'll have of them being able to treat it and you to be better. So this whole, well, I don't want this or I don't want that. Come on, we got to get over that. Know your numbers. That's another thing I want you to think about. Know your numbers. What is your blood pressure usually? What does that normally look like? What does your cholesterol numbers look like? Your glucose, what are those numbers? Know your absolute numbers. And I talked about all of this stuff too in my book. Like I said, my 3P workbook, it has all that stuff in there where you can write this stuff down. If somebody say you can't speak for yourself, you had to be rushed to the hospital, your numbers are already in there. Now, numbers can change. Absolutely, they can change. All right. But when they change, you need to know what those numbers are. So don't this self-diagnosing, I'm not going to go to the hospital because I'm just going to ride it out. Or I don't have any insurance. That's a lot with people too. I don't want to go because I have to pay these co-pays. You got these out-of-pocket costs and all this type of stuff. So therefore, what you're doing is you do have insurance, but you don't want to pay all these out-of-pocket costs. And some of them are ridiculous. Yes, I work in the insurance industry. Y'all know that's what I do. You need a quote on anything. It's just you can send me a message. All my stuff is attached and I can get back with you about different products and stuff that you should have. Now, I went to the hospital, like I said, and they did the test, everything. But the next day, they didn't really see anything. They did find something else. So I do have to go have some more tests. But I am one of those people, you know what, hey, God got this under control. I already know this, but I'm also, you have to take your step. You're going to pray first, but then you're going to go to a doctor. Don't, you know, that's why God put them down here for. That's what doctors are for. All right. That's what they're for. So you're not a doctor. The internet, disinformation, it could be misinformation. You can get more anxiety because you done looked up something and oh, I got a headache on the right side. And oh my God, I got a tumor. Just crazy stuff. Some people really do that. I'm not lying, they do. And so you want to make sure that if you have any signs or issues in your body that wasn't just there and now it is, and you ignore it, don't do that. Please don't do that. I've had a lot of people over the last 15 years I've been in this insurance industry that have done that. One guy I know had signs and everything, wasn't getting his checkups, which he could have because he had the policies and everything. But then he goes to the doctor and the emergency room, and he's at stage 4 cancer, prostate cancer. He died 2 weeks later. All this time, you've seen these signs, you've seen different things happen, but you didn't go get checked out. And so then when you go, I don't want to say it's too late because God always has the last word, you guys. Don't ever get me confused with that. I'm just telling you the real here. But God has the last word. We know that. But he also wants you to do what you're supposed to do. So this gentleman, I'm sorry, y'all, what's going on with my mic? Can y'all hear me? I hope so. I hope you guys can still hear me here. So I'm gonna keep talking. That was really odd here. So he died 2 weeks later, and something that he could have caught years ago if he had listened to his body, because his wife would always be telling him to go to the doctor. She knew he had these symptoms, but just wanted sometimes people are so hard-headed, they just not gonna, no, ain't nothing wrong. I'm not gonna do that. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hello, thank you. I'm so sorry about this. I want to make sure you guys can hear me. So he had signs, but he just won't go to the doctor. Now, I don't know what, I'm the type of wife. My husband got some signs and stuff, and he in pain or whatever. I don't care what he say. He going to the doctor. Either he gonna come with me, or we gonna drive, or I'm gonna call the ambulance 911. You don't get a choice in the matter. Now I'm talking about. I know he get migraines sometimes, stuff like that. I'm not talking about stuff like that. Something serious, never there. He's in pain. Oh, I'm just gonna wait. No, you coming, or I'm calling 911. And sometimes we have to step up into that role, women and men. If you got somebody hard-headed that don't like to go to the doctor, and I'll just wait it out, that type of thing. When you're doing that, you're taking on the risk of letting something spread more or grow or whatever the situation may be, that if you would have went to the doctor then, they would have found to have been able to treat you. But now, since you've waited a year or two, now it's at a stage where it could be detrimental at that point. Don't do that, y'all. If you have some issues or whatever, make sure you go get seen by a doctor somewhere. Do something, all right? Some people don't want to go to the doctor because they don't have any insurance at all. So they're like, I ain't got the money to go to the doctor. Let me tell you something. They can't turn you away if you have to go to they cannot turn you away. They're not supposed to. And you can make payment arrangements with them. Your medical bills, actually, they're like even taking that off. I won't speak about that because I'm going to speak about that later on when I have actually the attorney here. But you can make arrangements with the doctor. You can make arrangements with the hospital. You can make arrangements with them as far as to pay them back. But here's who you can make arrangements with. I know sometimes people don't go to the doctor or whatever because I need to work. I can't take the time off. But if you're ill or something's wrong with you, you're not going to be working anyway. So go to the doctor. Know your numbers. It is so important. I have to go actually tomorrow, get some more work done, and y'all just pray for me. That's great. And I know everything's going to be all right because I am so in tune to what's going on. And so this is new, we're gonna catch it. Okay, so if there's something there, which I don't want to claim putting nothing out there that it is. But be aware of your body awareness. Make sure that you have your checkups. Make sure that you listen to your body because some things just happen because we're getting older. I hate that too. I understand. I'm sorry. I want to laugh too hard because my head hurt. But arthritis is what I'm talking about. You get older, you get arthritis come around. I don't like arthritis. So it could be something like that. Or I don't like arthritis at all, especially get older. Oh, that's just degenerative. You're getting older. That's arthritis. And we have a lot of inflammation in our body and all this kind of stuff. We do. So taking care of yourself, eating right, exercising. I always talk to y'all about that as well. My exercise, I love dancing. That's what I do because I just love dancing. So therefore, I'm gonna get my exercise in, plus doing something that I love doing. Whatever your choice is, what you want to do, that's what you do. But at least 80% of what's going to happen is going to be in the kitchen. What you're eating. It's what you're eating. What are you eating? Is it a bunch of sweets, junk food? What that's going to cause a lot of havoc on your body. So learn some new tools how to eat right. You can definitely go online for some of that stuff and figure out what type of diets they have. And it shouldn't be a diet. It should be a lifestyle change for you. You can't just go on something for a while, exercise, lose the weight, and say that's it. No, this is a lifestyle change for you. So if some people with the guys get the big bellies, they call it the beer bellies or whatever, all of that is, there could be some things wrong because you just don't know. So I'm just saying, if you have some problems or anything, go to the doctor. Please go to the doctor. So I wrote a couple of things down here I wanted to talk to you guys about. This is not going to be long at all. Like I said, I don't feel very well. But as my mom used to say, y'all should know, what is it? Just because you feel bad, don't mean you have to look bad, right? And so that's what I'm working off of right now. So anywho, know your body signals, okay? And I told you the dangers of self-diagnosing. You're not a doctor. I don't care what they have. You can look up some stuff. Yes, you can. But don't look up something and think, oh, so here's the remedy for that without getting professional help. Don't self-diagnose. Ain't none of us, well, I'm not a doctor. I worked in the medical field, yes, but not a doctor. And make sure when you do talk to the doctors that you tell them everything that's happening, every single symptom, because they can't treat you with the right, treat you the way you need to be treated if they don't know all the details. So if you do, say you do gummies, okay, with the CBD. If you're doing that with the doctors, you need to tell them that. Along with I'm taking this medication, hey, I take the CBD with small dose or whatever THC because that's what helps me with the pain. I look for the other holistic ways of how I can take care of myself, whether so I don't have to take these pain medications and all this kind of stuff. I don't like doing that. But you need to tell the doctor that, even in a state where they sell it in the store, so it's not a strong strength or anything like that, but you tell them. You taking vitamins, you tell them. If you're smoking, you tell them that. Because if you don't tell them the right information, then they can misdiagnose you. So no matter what it is, you want to make sure that you let them know what's going on. And like I said, the importance of getting regular mammograms, checkup, prostate exams. If you catch these early, your odds are much better. If you catch them early, your odds are so much better than if you waited and now you have to go to the emergency room. Now they have to rush you to surgery, or worse, what I've seen, people have died. Not trying to be a Debbie Downer or all that kind of stuff, but I'm telling you, go to the doctor. Guys, the main thing I hear with guys, I don't want nobody digging up my butt because of prostate. Stop being stupid. I'm just going to say that, leave that alone. Anywho, next we're going to talk about the regular screenings that you have is awesome. Do that. Do not do delayed treatment, because ignoring symptoms or delaying medical appointments can lead to some severe consequences. We don't want that to happen. And so here's some tips for maintaining awareness and knowing your numbers. Stay informed and proactive about your health. Regularly monitor your blood pressure, your cholesterol, your glucose levels. Trust your instincts, but verify them with a professional consultant. Trust your instincts, but verify with somebody with a medical degree. And encourage regular health habits. Make regular checkups and awareness of health numbers a part of your routine. Ensure that you're not only responding to health issues, but actively preventing health issues. So now we want to talk about prevention. Know your numbers, know your stuff. Yeah, I'm good, so I want to make sure I'm there. So I'm going to exercise, I'm going to eat right, I'm going to do these things that's going to keep you going. Longevity in life, you want to have longevity, but you also want to be able to move and still do stuff for yourself when you get older, instead of having you be in bed with. So that all starts now. Starts when you're younger. People, y'all young ones down there, it starts now. It really does. Take care of yourself. I'm trying to tell you. So today, pretty much, we just discussed the vital role of body awareness, knowing your health numbers, recognizing body signals, and the risk of self-diagnosing can be very detrimental to you. Don't do that. And the importance of your annual screening. So make sure that you have all of that, you're very cognizant of what's going on, and that you're going to the doctor, and that you're getting all these things checked out. And so I urge you all to pay close attention. Okay? Keep going out here to your body. Regularly monitor your key health numbers and seek professional medical advice when needed. Your health is your most valuable commodity. Your health. Now, I talk to you guys about all this stuff. And if you can't speak for yourself, write this stuff down. You guys know I keep talking to y'all about my 3P workbook. Some of you are buying it. Thank you for that. But that has all the numbers, that has what medications you're taking. It has when your last physical was. It has your blood work. You have all this stuff that I have in this book that you will have in front of, you have them for yourself, first of all. But if you can't speak for yourself, these numbers are all here. Along, you can put the documentation with it as well, but all this stuff is in the 3P Past, Present, Peace workbook. I'm telling you, the information is attached. It's only $29.97. So there's really no excuse for that. You just don't want to have somebody else making decisions for you if you can't make decisions for yourself when you're in a situation, if you're in ICU or something like that. So do what you got to do. Make it easier for your loved ones. Don't do that. Seen that too many times, and that's a very arduous decisions. When you have to do that, that's tough. I've been in that situation. I've told you my mom died, dad, grandma. You don't want to have to make those decisions for another person. So therefore, you make them for yourself and make sure that it's available to one person that you trust, because it's a lot of sensitive information that also is in this Past, Present, Peace workbook. So one or two people, you can put the information on the disc, you can keep the book or whatever, but they know where that information is in case something happens. You do have to go to the hospital. You can't speak for yourself, or you don't remember something. Or I know at one time they said this level was high, and I really don't remember. It's in your book. It's in there. So make sure you absolutely stay informed, stay healthy, and remember to listen to what your body says all the time. Please listen to it. Sometimes it may be nothing, sometimes it may be something, but either way, go ahead and get that checked out. All right. So hit that subscribe button if you like the content here, and also like and share. And I will see you guys next week. Like I said, I'm really not feeling good at all, but I did want to come on here because I know this is very important. not only because I worked in the insurance industry, because I was in the medical field. And I know how so many people, they self-diagnose, they don't go to the doctor, they're eating the wrong stuff, they're not exercising, drinking a whole lot, just doing stuff to their bodies. I'm not saying not to have fun or do stuff, but you have to do stuff in moderation. And you need to always make sure that, especially we're getting older. I'll be 57 for about, what is it, maybe in 3 months. So your body just change anyway because you're getting older. And I don't like that. I really don't. But it happens. So making sure that you're in the best shape you can be, that you're eating the right stuff, is so important, people. It's so important. We want that longevity, and we want to be able to take care of ourselves up until we're 100 to 105 years old or whatever, still moving around. I tell you, my husband's family, his mother's side, they live until in their hundreds. His grandmother's 99 years old. She get around better than I do. So it's crazy. I love that, but you have to take care of yourself now in order to have that longevity. You want to be able to be mobile when you get older. And if something is caught early, that's what we want, because then they can treat it better, and maybe you don't have something, whether you pass away or now you're in a wheelchair or something like that, because you really just ignored these symptoms for so long. So don't do that. So I will see y'all next week, and I hope y'all have a great day. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and please share this content. Help me get to my first 10,000. This is a new podcast, so help me get there. It doesn't cost you anything. All right. I will talk to you later. Oh, all my information about the book also is available, where you can go purchase it for $29.97. It's called 3P Workbook, Past, Present, Peace. I love y'all. Peace. Have a night. See you next time. Bye-bye.